Hey folks, welcome back. This is the video 2 for Excel tutorial 2. We're starting on page 78 this time. So we finished up with the colored text. We added a background. So at the bottom of page 78, we're going to use functions and formulas to calculate sales data. So this is the page that we're on here, and we're going to start off with step 1. Calculate the company's sales and profit and loss. So I'm going to get out of here and go over to my Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to get into the sales report sheet, and all of this information was pre-entered for you. So click on cell C6. So we're going to go to cell C6. I can tell that I'm in C6 up here in the name box. And then nothing is in here right now, but they're going to kind of walk you through a little bit here. We're going to type the equal sign, type the word SUM, left parenthesis C27, colon, N46, as in Nancy, and then a right parenthesis. And then after you've done that, you could press the Enter key. So that basically tells it to activate that formula. So what it does is once you press the Enter key, it moves you down to the next cell. So now we're not in cell C6, we're beneath that in cell C7. And in cell C6, you should see the number 9514000. Pretty big number, but step 3, it says to go to cell C9. Okay, so we're in cell C9, and the formula there says to type the equal sign. That just informs Excel that you're typing a formula. So equals C6 minus left parenthesis C7 plus C8, right parenthesis. And that's going to be the current year's net profit and loss. So I've not activated that formula yet, but once I do, it should say 110,800. So if I look at that, 110,800, net profit and loss for 2015. So what they want you to do is they want you to copy the formula in cell C9 and paste it into cell D9. So you can copy that however it is that you like to, but I typically press and hold the Control key once I have that cell selected, and the C as in copy, just like in Word. And once I do that, it starts a little vibrating box around the outside of it. And I know that now I have it copied. Now we want to paste it into cell D9. And to paste it, while it's still vibrating over on the other side, but I've selected cell D9, I'm going to press the Control key and the V as in victory key. And that means to paste it. And that's going to paste that calculation over in the other column. And so instead of it being C6 minus C7 plus C8, in this column it's going to be D6 minus D7 plus D8. So that's step 4 on page 79. We'll get into explanations of how this all works eventually, but really right now we're just trying to teach some mechanics. So they want us to go down to cell C16 now. So this is next to the word gross sales, and enter the formula equals C6 divided by, so that's that / C23. So that's division. Okay, so it's C6 divided by C23. That'll calculate the gross sales per store. So if you press the Enter key, it takes you to cell C17. So press equals C7 divided by C23. Don't get too caught up with how this is working right now. Just know that if you go into cell C18, I'm on step 3 on page 79 at the bottom, equals C8 divided by C23. It's kind of magic actually. And then if you go to cell C19 and type equals C9 divided by C23. and hit the enter key. Great. Okay, so that's through cell C19, step 4 at the bottom of page 79. I'm on step 5. So it goes to go to cell C21 and to enter equals C11 divided by C23. You can tell that that C23 cell is a pretty key cell. So I'm going to go to cell C22, step 6, page 79. So I'm in cell C22, enter the formula equals C12 divided by C23, and press the enter key. And now copy the formulas in the range from C16 through C22. So C16 all the way down to C22. So you even have a blank one there. But I highlight it first, and then I'm going to copy and then paste it. So once I have it highlighted, press and hold the control key, and then press the C as in copy key. I know that I've copied it because it started to vibrate. And then paste them into the range D16 through D22. Okay, so that's the same shape there. And if I paste it over there, and I click off of that somewhere, you can see that I have values that show up in 2014 now. So we have the values for 2015 and the values for 2014. So look over on page 80 on figure 2.8, and your figures should look remarkably similar to theirs. If not, you may want to pause this and go back and redo that again. And then you might actually want to begin to kind of figure out what some of these values mean, but don't get too caught up with that right now. I'd really be more interested in you knowing the mechanics here, so you're a little bit more comfortable just moving around here. All right, so I'm at the bottom of page 80, if you're still with me. Step 1, I need to go to cell E6. So I'm in cell E6, which is just beneath the word net change. I'm going to enter the formula equals C6 minus D6 equals C6 minus D6 to calculate difference between 2015 and 2014 gross sales. So there's the difference. So now I'm in cell, I'm going to move over to F6 beneath the word percent change and enter the formula equals left parenthesis, don't forget your parentheses or you'll get crazy stuff happening here, equals C6 minus, whoops, no, that's not what I wanted to do, equals C6 minus C6 minus D6, okay, right parenthesis, divided by D6, okay? So look closely at that. Equals C6 minus D6 divided by D6. So if I don't put the parentheses in there, it's not going to work very well at all. So once I press enter, you'll see some crazy percentage or some decimal, but that's actually a percentage. So that equals, if you know much about math, you'd know that that's just about 13%. So that's 12.939% actually. So select the range E6 through F6. So E6 through F6, and then copy that. Again, Control C, and I've got both formulas on my clipboard, just like in Word. So select the non-adjacent range E7 through F9, E7 through F9, and then I'm going to press the Control key, and I'm going to select E11 through F12, okay, E11 through F12. I let go of the Control key. I'm going to press down the Control key again, E16 through F19. You can kind of see the pattern here. Press down the control key again, hold it, E21, so we want to go from E21 through F23. So again, look at this graphically so you can kind of see how I have those non-adjacent ranges. Once I have them selected properly, so all those blank spaces there, I'm going to paste. And so once I've pasted it, you can click out of there, and you can see there's all kinds of crazy numbers that are there. So compare your crazy numbers to the crazy numbers that are over on page EX81 in figure 2-9. All right, so take a second and just make sure yours look similar to the ones that are over there. I'm going to pause this video for just a second. Okay, folks, we'll do a couple more pages here. At bottom of page 81, step 1, select cell O26. So O26. And then type the word total in cell O26. So once you find the word cell O26, type the word total, looks like they want it in all caps, and then press the enter key. And then what we want to do is we want to press in the home tab, so go to the home tab, and then we want to find the Autosum button over here on the right hand side in the editing group. And when you press that Autosum button, basically after you hit the enter key, it's going to total those things up that are on the to the left of it. So it's looking at all the values that are to the left of it when you hit that Autosum button. And it's going to be choosing all those cells, and it should list 355000. And then we want to copy the formula in cell O27, and then we want to paste it. We want to paste it into O28 through O46. So I'm just going to go down here, all the way down to O46. I've got it highlighted, and I'm going to paste. And when I paste, you can see all those values are different because it's adjusted it to be calculating the sums for everything to the left of each of those different cells. So select cell B47. So now we want to find cell B as in boy 47. And type the word total in that cell as the label. B as in boy 47. And then we want to go over here to the right of that. So C47 is now the active cell. And select the range C47 through O47. So we want to go all the way over here, C47 through O47. And we're going to calculate the monthly sales for all the stores. So in the Home tab, in the Editing group, click the Autosum button, and then press the Enter key. And now you can see that you've got the sums for all those things. You can compare them to the image on page 82. And we'll pick back up here in just a minute on page EX84.